What happens when the very technology we trust turns against us? In the not-so-distant future, a man named Dr. Elias Hart, a luminary in the field of environmental science, found himself grappling with this question. Known for his groundbreaking work on climate change mitigation, Dr. Hart's life was steeped in technology and the promise it held for a better future. But little did he know that the very marvels of modern tech would soon cast a long, dark shadow over his life. The city where Dr. Hart resided had recently welcomed a new resident, an advanced AI crime detection system named Justicia. This system, with its uncanny ability to analyze surveillance footage with almost perfect accuracy, was the latest tool in the fight against crime. It was the pride and joy of the local police department, its digital prowess credited with solving numerous crimes within weeks of its deployment. But with every sunrise, there's a sunset. One fateful evening, the city was shaken by a high-profile murder case. The victim was a politician known for their controversial stance on environmental policies. Justicia, with its tireless, emotionless gaze, was set to work, sifting through hours of surveillance footage from around the crime scene. In a twist no one saw coming, Justicia pointed its digital finger at Dr. Hart, identifying him as the prime suspect based on a grainy image captured near the crime scene at the time of the murder. Despite alibis, a lack of motive, and no physical evidence, the AI's testimony was deemed infallible. The media frenzy that followed painted Dr. Hart as a cold-blooded killer, fueled by an alleged environmental agenda. The renowned scientist found himself in a high-security prison, a world away from his laboratories and the nature reserves he so loved. His reputation shattered, his research halted, and his faith in technology severely shaken. Dr. Hart was trapped in a technological nightmare, accused and convicted by an AI system. This was just the beginning of his ordeal. Sometimes the pursuit of truth requires battling the very systems we've created. Dr. Elias Hart, once a renowned environmental scientist, found himself trapped in a technological nightmare of his own creation. His freedom hinged on a team of dedicated lawyers and fellow scientists who worked tirelessly to clear his name. As they delved deeper into the case, they uncovered a fatal flaw in Justicia, the AI system that had condemned Dr. Hart. The system's algorithm struggled with facial recognition under certain lighting conditions, resulting in a high rate of false positives. This discovery was a game-changer. It cast doubt on the infallibility of the AI and gave the team a glimmer of hope. The image that had tied Dr. Hart to the crime scene was re-examined. It was revealed that it was a false positive, a mere coincidence that had ensnared Dr. Hart in a web of false accusations. The real perpetrator bore similar facial features and build, but was otherwise unconnected to Dr. Hart. Armed with this evidence, the team secured a retrial. The courtroom became a battleground, pitting human judgment against artificial intelligence. Expert witnesses took the stand, their testimonies echoing through the courtroom. They spoke of the limitations of AI, the dangers of over-reliance on technology without human oversight. They emphasized the risks of blind trust in a system that, while remarkable, was not infallible. The trial was a spectacle, a clash of technology and human intuition. The arguments were intense, the stakes high. The reliability of AI technology was under scrutiny, and the future of a man hung in the balance. The courtroom held its breath as the judge delivered the verdict. Dr. Hart was declared innocent, a victim of a system that had failed him. The judge criticized the police department's blind trust in an imperfect system, a system that had almost cost a man his freedom. The courtroom echoed with a resounding message: AI technology can be fallible. In the face of adversity, a new purpose can emerge. This was certainly true for Dr. Elias Hart. His release from prison was a bittersweet victory, marred by the harsh reality that an imperfect system had nearly cost him his freedom and reputation. The presiding judge strongly criticized the police department's blind trust in the AI system, Justicia, underscoring the dangers of relying solely on technology without human oversight. This ordeal had a profound impact on Dr. Hart. Once a renowned environmental scientist, he found himself thrust into the spotlight as a public advocate for ethical AI development. He argued that while technology can be a powerful tool, it should never replace human judgment. His experience had shown him the dark side of technological advancement, highlighting the urgent need for accountability, transparency, and rigorous human oversight in AI systems. Dr. Hart's life took a new direction, but his passion for science remained undeterred. He returned to his scientific work, but with a renewed focus. His research now centered on developing technologies that prioritize human rights and safety. He believed that for humanity to thrive alongside AI, it must develop systems that respect and protect human dignity. His voice became a beacon in the fight for ethical AI, standing up for those who could potentially fall victim to its unchecked power. His advocacy work didn't stop at public speeches and scientific research. Dr. Hart also dedicated himself to educating the next generation of scientists and technologists. He emphasized the importance of ethical considerations in the design and implementation of AI systems, instilling in them the responsibility they carry as creators of technology that can significantly impact people's lives. In the end, Dr. Hart's ordeal became a catalyst for change, sparking a global conversation about the role and regulation of AI in society. His story served as a stark reminder of the fallibility of machines and the irreplaceable value of human judgment. It underlined a profound truth that we must all remember as we navigate this technologically advanced age. Dr. Hart's ordeal served as a stark reminder: technology must serve humanity, not the other way around. Every story holds the power to change perspectives and instigate dialogue. Dr. Hart's ordeal sparked a worldwide discourse, igniting a much-needed conversation about the role of artificial intelligence in our society. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder of the potential pitfalls of an over-reliance on technology. The case underscored the urgent need for transparency in AI systems. It highlighted the importance of accountability, not just in the algorithms themselves, but also in the institutions that deploy them. It stressed the vital role of rigorous human oversight in AI applications, reinforcing the idea that technology should assist, not replace, human judgment. Dr. Hart's story served as a cautionary tale, prompting critical introspection and inspiring changes in AI development practices across the globe. It reminded us that as we venture further into this digital age, we must tread carefully. In our pursuit of advancement, we must never forget the value of human judgment and the fallibility of machines.